Welcome back to Let's Play Yakuza Like a Dragon. Last time I started the new chapter, got some gear upgrades. Let's go... I don't want to go election office. I want to go the Nouveau first. Yeah, I called it. Ichiban is a candidate. I also need to go withdraw my money. And there's not a lot of ATMs in Ijincho. Now let's just get the recommendation for a quick heal. Yoink! Tojo Clan Crest. 9 more and I can get Watase as a summon. And let's pick out an extra 50k for taxis. Eh. So good. I was wondering why there's a taxi at the election office before. Yoink. 8 more. Ugh, that was exhausting. If I have to sign one more form, I swear. Never imagined there could be that many. Well, of course. You're not exactly running for student council. I'm just glad we made it out in time.
Hey.
Did you see that guy's face? He was about to snap. Well, nobody likes a last-minute arrival, but it worked out, thankfully. Don't act like it's over. Paperwork was just the beginning. Tomorrow, we have to hit the campaign trail. I'm only running to get close to Kume. I don't actually have to campaign, do I?
Not gonna happen.
You do, actually. If Kume and the rest of society don't recognize you as a candidate, the plan will all fall apart. Ah, she's right. How am I supposed to even campaign, though? I don't have an election van or even a megaphone. Well, then you better get figured out. I'm with Sacha. You gotta take this seriously. We'll figure it out tomorrow. Yeah. Dun dun dun. Coin locker big. That was Masato, though. Like, we know this. We know there was a coin locker baby. Why is that the chapter title? Like, the end of Yakuza was like, that's a weird title. And then they actually did that shit. But
You know, a long time ago, this road was used primarily by men on horseback. You might have even seen some of those fancy white horses.
Oh yeah? Think there might have been a Prince Charming up on one of those?
A bunch of fairy tale nonsense, if you ask me. Then and now.
Wow, you must be really fun at parties.
Nah, I bet they're around even now. Princes, I mean.
Huh?
A prince on a white horse in modern times would be like I guess it'd be like a handsome dude rolling through in a fancy foreign car. Slap Jungi Han in a nice car. Instant prince.
You have literally no filter, do you?
Oh, now hold on. I don't believe I'm entirely fit to play a prince.
I don't hear you denying the handsome part.
That's what I mean, like, the dynamic feels like it's a bunch of friends. Compared to the game just kind of telling you, yeah, Kiryu and Date are friends. ... Okay. Unless we're gonna find enough... Excuse? What is this? Kume must be kicking his campaign up a notch. Guess they already found out I'm running. Saves me the trouble of having a campaign strategy. You think this is a good thing? Now the whole town's gonna know about your criminal record. Don't worry about it, man. I wasn't planning on hiding the truth anyway. See, they already have you in their sights. Takabe-san, our chairman would like you to have something. Chairman Hoshino? What would that be? This beauty. It's an old car we were using to sell things out of, but you can use it as your election van. Huh? For real? We even gave it a microphone and a loudspeaker. We dug those out of one of our strip club's warehouses. This should at least give you the bare minimum of legitimacy. Kume can't run from you now.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. Now we're talking.
Take care.
Well then, shall we pay Kume a visit? He's scheduled to give a speech at Hamakita Park today. Nice. This time we'll corner him and make him take us to the young master. Good luck. I wonder if this means we have free fast travel. That would be nice. Well, let's just get in the car and roll over to Hamakita Park when you're ready. Gonna take you for a ride. Gonna take you for a ride. MVC 2 and 3 need modern ports.
Elections are the cornerstone of a just and fair democracy for all. Running for office as a publicity stunt is traveling all over that. And yet, Ichiban Katsuga, an ex-Yakuza who served 18 years in prison for murder, has, for his own personal gain, decided to taint this sacred election with his candidacy. It's a sick joke.
Listen to that. Sounds like he got the jump on you.
You think?
Strange that his campaign caught wind of the plan. But they're definitely trying to ensure you won't ever get near him.
How?
The whole reason Kume would have been obligated to shake your hand was because you were going to be the brave, noble underdog. But now he's trying to paint you as a villain, so he won't need to show you any respect.
Oh, I get it. Well then, you know what? It's time to clear my name.
Excuse me, everyone. Thank you for the introduction. I'm Ichiban Kasuga.
Hey, there he is! Turn the cameras on him!
Seriously? A murderer? Running for office?
Can you believe it? It's ridiculous.
You heard it, he's a murderer!
I gotta hand it to my opponent here. He's such a generous guy. He's basically advertising for me, a total unknown. Can't wait to check my campaign's followers after this. Thank you so much, Kume-san. This is exactly what I was talking about, folks. He's got nothing but sarcasm and one-liners. Why won't this ex-convict take our democracy seriously? Ex-convict? You trying to say someone who broke the law can't run? That I've lost the right? Naturally. Well, it's true. I was in prison for 18 years. But the law says anyone can run, no matter what crimes they've committed. I'm standing here because my application was accepted. If you deny my right to run, then who's really disrespecting the law here? That be you, right, Mr. Law and Order? I never said anything about the law. Oh, so you're admitting the laws aren't always so perfect. Well, in this case, it's strange, isn't it? Bleach Japan loves going around telling the rest of us to follow the law. But how do we follow laws that aren't just? Isn't that kind of a paradox? Well, laws are what you need to... Are you asking all these fine people to just accept that paradox? In this case, we must! I see. Well, that sounds like a gray zone to me. Kume-san, people don't want to break the law. They really don't. But just like the law ain't perfect, neither are humans. They both exist in gray zones. Part good, part bad. I mean, just one little mistake can send you down a slippery slope. It happened to me. I made a mistake that led me to this city. Luckily, I was rescued from that mistake, but not by the law. I was rescued by the people who live in the gray zones. And man, they didn't ask for that life. They got the raw end of a deal. They were never given a real choice. They want to be proud, hard-working members of society, as much as anyone in this crowd. They know the law is important. I do too. But we also know some things are more important. People don't exist to serve the law. The law exists to serve the people. We ought to remember the words in that order. Don't you think, Kume-san?
Kasuga knows what he's talking about. He's got my vote.
Yeah, I like it. Go Ichiban!
He's telling it like it is. Give him hell, Ichiban. We're with ya. Where do I donate to Team Kasuga? Screw that Kume guy. He's the elitist.
Kume-san, I think we can have a healthy debate in this campaign. Let's do this election fair and square. Why don't I come over there so we can shake on it, yeah?
Retreat! Retreat! Wait, what's the problem?
Kume-san, you were in the middle of your speech.
Wait, Kume-san!
In a strange turn, this impromptu debate has ended with Kume, the frontrunner, making a quick retreat. The former Yakuza ex-felon candidate, Ichiban Kasuga, has been generating buzz on social media.
Useless! Kume, the staff, and even you are all useless. The only reason this happened is because you neglected to take it seriously. Enlighten me, Sawashiro. Why are you acting so strange? Got something to report?
For now, we've decided to reorganize under a provisional name. The Tokyo Omi Alliance. We have sufficient manpower and resources, so I'll be assigning titles to...
I'm sorry, are you under the impression you're the chairman or something? Huh?
No.
You had power in the Arakawa family, but I can assure you, it wasn't because you were competent. Kiss enough ass, anyone can get a promotion like you did. You haven't had a spine since the days when you were following me around like a lost dog. I've taken pity on you because we had a history, but enough is enough. The new Tokyo Omi Alliance needs a chairman who understands how to wield power.
Well, that's what I am.
A bold claim. I'll give you 24 hours to prove it by killing this man.
What?
If you fail, well, I assume you know the consequences.
Yep.
Kume should be giving a speech in front of G9 Station today. Alright, today's the day we get him for sure.
What's up?
Shouldn't we leave the van behind, though? If he realizes we're coming, he'll cut his speech short and bail. Good point. Let's go on foot so we don't stand out. Ichiban? You're wearing a maroon suit. You look like a maroon. Yeah, we're not doing sub-stories. Until post-game. Alright, residential district. We're absolutely going to have a boss fight here. Finally get to kick Sawashiro's ass. Oh no, he's going to kill Kume.
Yep.
There he is, at it again. Don't let his staff see us coming. I'll get in front of the media to make him shake my hand. He'll have no way to avoid me that way. But then what? I'll suggest we make amends about yesterday and pull him into the van. Then I've won. Well, be careful. Looks like they've got more eyes than we thought.
Hey.
You sure you want to do this? This guy's a candidate just like Kume. If you raise a hand against him, don't you think it'll damage Kume's reputation? Got some bad news for you. We ain't part of Kume's campaign, and we don't live in Kanagawa. Try all you want. Nothing's gonna trace us back to Kume. Wow, you guys thought this through.
Hey!
Let's not stand here admiring them. If we don't hurry, Kume's going to get away again. What's the rush? Your campaign's going down in flames, because you'll be dead. Alright, these Tokyo Omi members can do some freaking damage, so let's take them down first. Just Fiendish Slash should be fine. It should have been fine. Nice! I was not expecting that to be the finisher. That's not who I wanted. Oh well. Okay, just go Devilish Slash. No reason to save MP here, I don't think. Called on his subordinates, backup has arrived.
You're gonna be in a world of hurt.
Come on now.
Mantis Scythe on this Omi member.
Here we go.
And Ice Spreader on Hattori. Wow. This was a fake boss fight, wasn't it? Rank up for Psycho, level up rank up for Non-Bob.
Hell yeah.
Healing plus 5. Level up for Jungi, I did not notice that.
Nice. Kume still hasn't noticed us.
무슨 일이지? 뭐라고?
Your support means everything. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yo!
It's Kasuga! The other candidate, Ichiban Kasuga, is here! Get cameras on him! There might be another debate! Kasuga! Will you continue yesterday's debate?
No, I think Kume-san took enough damage yesterday. I actually came to make peace with him.
ever make peace.
Hey, it's hard to talk in front of all these cameras, you know? Want to talk in private? That'll be way better. Let's just hop into your van here. Nice ride, by the way.
Okay, give him some space.
Kasuga-san,
Yeah?
Chairman Hoshino's life is in danger. The Komijul got an anonymous tip that the Seiryu clan is going to be attacked. Chairman Hoshino is the target, and Song Hui said there's something suspicious happening at the Seiryu clan.
The chairman? Why him?
I think we need to put a hold on the Kume and Aoki mission.
Yeah, we'll be back.
What? Hey, are we done with Kume already?
Something's going down. It's urgent.
This, of course, is a perfect time to do sub-stories if you're going to. That's a little thing that I call a joke.
Not bad.
That's a reason I don't get invited to parties. It's because I call that a joke. Alright, so I want Rose Blossom. Oh, it's just a signboard guy. Oh my god, really?
You're gonna be in a world of hurt. Right.
I'm up.
Friggin' Resin.
Captain Takabe!
Kasuga.
You're shot!
It was the Omi Alliance. About 10 of them. One had a gun. They're looking for the Patriarch. They're going to kill him.
His office is a ways up from here, right?
Yes. Hurry. Please.
Finally, you make your entrance.
The Omi Alliance.
Where's the chairman?
Huh. Give the boys a sec. They're still cleaning up.
What's that mean? Don't fuck with me, you assholes!
I think this is the same room they used, like modeling-wise, as the boss fight in Sunlight Castle. When I point out asset reuse, to be clear, this is not a complaint. Because there are people who legitimately complain about that kind of thing, and it's incredibly stupid. So much for one of them had a gun. I just think it's interesting to note when, you know, oh hey, this is the same room model, or this is the same animation they used in previous games, or... If anything, me doing it is showing that I'm paying attention. Wow, that I expected that to finish him. Let's just Mantis Scythe then. Finish. The other one's roll. That guy's just like, I don't have time for acrobatics. Sinister Squish. Atlas hold you, I guess. He's really hoping for the free crit on me. Magical Song. You're not who I wanted to target. Just finish the guy with the hammer. At first I thought this was going to turn into the kind of game where, you know, the only reason you do an auto attack is you're strictly out of MP. I'm glad to see that autos have, like, a purpose in this game. Level up for Ichiban. Rank up for Zhao. Rank up for Sayako. Learn job skill into Swink. Rank up for Nanba.
Captain Sawashiro. You're late, Ichi.
You killed the chairman?
You were late every damn time. Any job I sent you on, the smallest errand.
Why, though? Why would you kill the chairman?
This will be the end of the Ijin 3. He was a tired old man who served as the Gray Zone's pillar. And that pillar supported Ijincho. Without him, it'll crumble unless we intervene. The young master agrees.
Why are you two like this? Why are you so paranoid? You've already won pretty much everything, and you still had to kill the chairman in cold blood? Why would Ryo Aoki need to do this when he's already on top of the world?
What if I told you it was your fault?
What? Hey, Ichiban. Ichiban!
Forget it. You know how important it is to the young master that he wins this district, but you got in his way. A felon like you suddenly decides to make a run for the seat. He doesn't like being defied, especially not by the likes of you.
Sounds to me like you're scared I could win.
Are you kidding? Not in a million years.
Why else would you need to kill Chairman Hoshino?
You know him. He doesn't even like to be inconvenienced. So how do you think he feels about this?
Well, then why didn't you just kill me?
Oh, I would have preferred that. But your campaign has drawn so much attention. I guess you could call it a timing issue if you need a reason.
So you killed the chairman in my place?
Yes. The Ijin 3 was the machine keeping you on life support. If pulling the trigger on you would make too big of a splash, we figured pulling the plug out of the wall would be the next best thing.
Every time I think the young master couldn't sink any lower, he proves me wrong. What the fuck is his problem? What made him turn out to be such a bastard? I'm sure the both of us mean nothing to him. So why would he have to go so far just to crush garbage like me under his foot? What satisfaction do you two get from watching me break? Tell me what any of this is for! Is Arakawa-san's death your fault too, you fucking coward?
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Doesn't really matter now, does it?
Sawashiro!
Oh, that's a classic Yakuza boss transition right there. Doing the fucking Gendo pose.
Come on, Ichi. Let's settle this.
Joe Sawashiro.
Oh man, he just had to pull out a weapon.
But is it really something to worry about? Beat him last time, didn't you?
Yeah, but it was probably just luck. Either that or he wasn't really trying. And you don't know Captain Sawashiro like I do. Holding a weapon really amps him up.
So this is gonna be a tough fight any way you slice it.
For sure. I mean, he's a captain under Arakawa the Assassin. So everyone be careful.
Got it.
Cool. Check this out. Over here.
Don't get caught.
Who wants to go? Let's give him hell.
Give him hell indeed. Sanguine Blade Dance. Repeatedly damage an enemy with a graceful saber attack. May leave the enemy bleeding. Managed to balls that up. Good. Sean follows it up for some free damage. Vile Mutilation. Essence of Hell's Wheel.
Ready? Get a load of this!
With Adachi, I specifically want to get his MP low quickly for Essence of Lightning Rod. Only 700 damage for that? Really? Vile Blade of Enmity. That seems vaguely counterattack-ish. Let's Hero's Embrace specifically to heal Sayako. Zhao. Ice Spreader should be fine since it's magic.
Hope you're ready.
Left arm Typhoon. Lower defense of all enemies. I want to try and lower his attack. Nice. Minus 2 phases. Vile Blade of Enmity. Oh, that's just an attack that he didn't move in for, I guess. Alright, Devilish Slash then. Oh yeah, that's much better. Just Indomitable Courage. Get rid of the bleeding. I thought someone else got hit with the bleeding too.
You're gonna be in a world of hurt.
That all you got?
Alright, let's go for Shell Shatter. Nice.
Try and stop.
I'm still gonna try and lower his defense further because that's a stage 2. Oh, it's 3 now. Yeah, that hurts.
Hold it together.
Essence of Bone Crushing Bat. 800 damage. Devilish Slash. Phase 2. Breaks the katana. He's gonna use it as a friggin' Tonto, isn't he? No, he's switching to blunt damage.
Let's try this.
What the heck kind of move was that?
Way more powerful one than I thought. It's based on a Western martial art.
Since when do you know martial arts, dude?
Since always. The reason I fought with an umbrella was because I got the idea from an old martial arts book.
And is the captain using the same fighting style right now?
Yeah. Actually, watching him is really teaching me a lot that I didn't understand in the book.
How many different martial arts does the captain know?
Well, I think we're about to find out. Makes me feel like a wimp.
King strike. Zhao goes down.
You wanna go?
Yeah, just essence of remotivation.
This is no time to be dead. Now get him.
I'm just getting started. This sucks.
Hero's Embrace. Opportune Strike. Oh, so that's his version of a free crit. Just go for another double slash.
Here we go.
Lower his defense.
Hold it together.
Fearless Command. Cane Blocker. I don't appreciate attacks that go on beyond your turn, sir. You can perfect guard cutscene attacks, that's good to know. Okay, let's switch out Zhao for Jungi. Now is the time for Essence of Lightning Rod, I think.
You're going down with me.
A 1,000 damage for basically not an amount of damage to Adachi that matters. Why is your defense down gone? Okay, Stun Smash, actually. I think it's time to call in a friend. Hey, Daigo.
Time to call a friend. I summon you.
If someone there looks familiar, don't worry about it. Alright, you heal everyone.
Give it your all, everyone. I'm ready.
Feeling good.
Okay. Go for another Essence of Lightning Rod.
You're gonna be in a world of hurt.
Stun Smash again. Because I actually forgotten how much damage it did the first time. 40 or 480, not bad. And let's call in another friend. Majima.
Time to call a friend! I summon you! Need a hand from Hero Majima? It's showtime!
Funny thing is, this is just the kind of shit Majima would do.
Hope you're ready.
Ooh, 2,500 damage. Ice spreader.
Let's go! Be still,
Phase 3.
I'll kill you!
There's something odd about this.
Yeah, not like there was anything normal about this to begin with.
Man, this guy is savage as hell.
He's pulling out all the stops. You've got to stay on your toes, everyone.
Vile Demon Ripper.
Alright, let's do it.
Bring it on.
Free crit.
Well, take this.
Sun Smash.
Don't move.
Should have healed Ichiban, but... Vile Enlightenment. Focused quietly with eyes closed. That's regen.
Eyes on me.
Alright, heal everyone with Magical Song.
Watch me.
Be still.
Luckily, regen is a very weak status effect. Just in general. Should have taken the free crit instead. Thoughtless Skewer. Lower the remaining 8 MP, higher damage. Yeah, let's do it. Ooh, 806 damage. Oh, that was 1,000 damage.
Here we go.
Okay, let's lower his defense. Just go full on next twister here. Yeah, that's way better. Free crit. Vile Blade Stance, bringing with murderous intent.
Let's go.
Countering.
Eyes on.
Alright, let's throw a Stamina on X onto Ichiban.
Thanks, yo.
Watch me.
Phantom Shift on Jungi? I'm not dealing with that counter.
Bring it on.
Magical Voice yourself.
I'm ready now.
Suppress his Bloodlust. Oh god, he got 3,000 HP. That's not fair. Alright, Fearless Command.
I'll show you a fight.
Essence of Phantom Shift, or Phantom Drive.
Try and stop me.
Lower defense again. Does not last very long.
You're in.
Vile Demon Ripper.
Feeling good.
Basic Fiendish Slash. I just want to not waste time using items if I can help it. Free crit. Another 600. Psycho follow up for another 100.
You're
Neck twister. Damage. Oh, he's not regenerating anymore. Now he is. Vital Enlightenment. Oh, and he got rid of the debuff. Well, this should be simple here at this point. We never saw Bombardier Bash. Oh wait, yes we did. I was thinking of the other one, the Hostess class one. Wait, no, I still didn't use that one. It was not Adachi's that we saw. So sure was defeated. Yakuza training gear, nice. Sujidex, Joe Sawashiro.
Nice.
Level up, rank up Adachi, Essence of Diabolic Slash. Rank up Psycho. Rank up Airy, Essence of Flying Swallow. Job skill, Bad Omen.
Captain, what the hell have you become? The Sawashiro I knew would never just blindly follow orders. Not even the young masters. There's no excuse in the world that could justify killing Arakawa-san!
Yes, there is. To me, the young master's orders are law. My life's purpose is to protect him.
My life's purpose was to protect Arakawa-san!
I know that. I know that all too well.
Captain.
And just so you know, I didn't kill Arakawa-san.
I thought the young master ordered you to, because of me!
He did order me to.
What?
But that was the only time I ever disobeyed one of his orders. I couldn't kill Masumi Arakawa. I can't explain it, but even as low as I've fallen, that was the one order I couldn't follow. How could I?
He shot him but didn't kill him.
Put aside your respect for Arakawa-san.
Just like Ichiban.
Well, you think a Yakuza can't take out his own patriarch? No, that wasn't it.
No?
The real reason was, and I've never told this to anyone, not even the young master.
So why are you telling me?
Just listen. The first time I saw Masumi Arakawa was only a short while before I swore my oath to him. I was 15. Just a dumb kid with no direction, no future. Back when I was getting into fights on the streets of Kamurocho, I had no money. All I had waiting for me at home was my drunk father's fists. The only people I could trust were the other guys who also had nothing. My girl was... I can't even remember her name. Anyway, we shacked up and played house, even though we didn't really think it would last. By the time she told me she was pregnant with our child, it was too late for an abortion. What are we gonna do? We can't raise a kid. There's no way in hell. All we could do was pray she'd have a miscarriage. We just ignored her growing stomach, going about life pretending it wasn't there. No hospital visits or anything like that. But of course, you can't ignore an actual baby. She ended up giving birth in a department store bathroom. All on her own. I was working at the time, laying asphalt, as I recall.
What now?
Just pretend it didn't happen. Brush it under the rug. That's what you do with secrets. That's how we dealt with stuff our whole lives. Who was there to teach us any other way? No one. Which is why
When was this?
We're going to hell, aren't we?
Locker 99.
I know it.
Why are you saying that? Nothing happened, okay? It's chilly out. Let's go home.
No, I can't do this. I'm going back.
Are you serious? It's over. Just forget about it.
I can't. I have to go back.
Stop. We took care of it.
Let me go.
Fuck.
That's Public Park 3, I think they were in.
Damn it! Open, you piece of shit! Open!
99.
That's the locker. Does he know? Why else would he try to open it?
Did he hear the baby in there? He had to, right?
This is my child.
Well, this might work out.
Well, shit.
Yeah. That guy will look after it. I don't understand. This is a gift, right? It's for the best. Really.
Hey, are you okay? Damn it!
Move! Move!
So, Arakawa-san took your baby. That means... Shit! That baby was...
Masato Arakawa. The young master.
The young master... is your son?
The boss told you about that night, didn't he? New Year's Eve. His woman was being chased by the Hikawa family. They decided to hand off the baby using a locker. How could they have known that there would be another baby in the same row of lockers? What were the chances? So you see how it happened? Arakawa followed the sound of a baby's cries and pried open the locker. "5 years later, the mother of my child was out of my life. But Masumi Arakawa, he was still in Kamurocho. With my son. Why is that? Huh? That kid. I did some research on the man. Arakawa started his own Yakuza family at a pretty young age, so he was gaining some notoriety already. I found out a lot. Like how the kid in the chair had never been able to walk. Because of severe hypothermia he'd suffered when he was born.
Enough, Masato.
Why me? Why am I the only one who can't walk? Everyone else can. It's not fair.
I heard those words, and I swear they echoed in my head for months. never had a son. The Yakuza path was my fate. It always had been. I've been living my life half-assed for so long.
Are you sure you want this? There's no turning back once you've sworn an oath.
I'm sure. But suddenly I saw another way. I could swear an oath to Masumi Arakawa.
Okay, then drink.
Arakawa the Assassin was his nickname then. He didn't fuck around.
I get it now. I get why you swore loyalty to Arakawa. It wasn't because he was the legendary Arakawa the Assassin. That's what drew everyone else to Arakawa. But you swore your oath to be near the young master. Does he know any of this?
I told you, this is a secret I've never told anyone before. Honestly, I thought I would take it to my grave.
Then why did you tell me?
Because there's something I want to ask you.
Me? Okay, shoot.
Didn't you notice there's one crucial detail missing from that locker story?
Crucial detail?
Masumi's actual
Use your
child.
head. If Arakawa-san took my son out of the locker, then where is his real son?
Yeah, good point.
The boss said his woman's name was Akane. And before he met her, she'd been working at a soapland called Shangri-La.
Shangri-La? Seriously? That's where I was born.
Yes. So take this next part with a grain of salt. But here's my theory. On that night, New Year's Eve, Akane called Arakawa-san to tell him she was being hunted. She knew they'd find her at the maternity ward, so she left. But as soon as she did, she went into labor. She desperately needed to find a place to have her baby, where she wouldn't be found. So I think she may have gone to her old workplace, Shangri-La. And, as you just said, that's where you were born, correct?
But that... You're making it sound like It can't be.
After the boss took the young master out of the locker, I saw another baby.
You did?
Move! Move!
Long after all the fuss died down, she and I just stood there. We were shocked. Our doomed child had been saved. And now we had to just move on. I have to admit I felt relieved. But I couldn't see why a Yakuza had been so desperate to save a baby. Sure, maybe he'd heard it crying. But why the desperation? And he didn't even call for help. It was such a fucking mystery, it gave me a headache. But a few minutes later, I got my answer.
Boss, is it one of these? Yes, hurry! Open up every single one that isn't locked. Okay, I'm on it.
What are they doing?
I don't know.
I hope to hell it wasn't this one. He's not here. Oh, gotcha! Boss, over here! I found him! You sure it's him? Wait, no. If he's still here, that can only mean the handoff didn't go as planned.
Whoa.
No way. There was another baby?
What should we do? Take him to the police? No. I need to hold on to him for a while. in case Akane comes back for it.
You think she's gonna make it? She said her life was in danger.
It was at that moment I realized the other man had taken the wrong baby.
You took the wrong baby.
After putting you in the locker, Akane's son kept running. Right up until the Hikawa family caught her. I think that while she was on the run, she told someone she could trust about her baby in the locker, just in case.
The staff at Shangri-La, because that's
I didn't
how
recognize the two people
Soplan
that came
staff
to pick up
dress
the
in
other
these
baby.
games.
But if one of them was Jiro Kasuga, your foster father, owner of that soapland, then you're Masumi Arakawa's son.
Shut up, man. There's no way.
But isn't there? A DNA test would be a simple way to find out. Without a test, you'll never know for sure. Or if you think I'm talking out of my ass, just walk away. Forget I told you.
Hell no.
You think I'm going to just let you walk away after you killed the Seiryu clan's chairman?
Do what you will to me. I had no future then. I have no future now.
Why not?
Ryoaki told me to kill Arakawa, and I refused. He clearly already decided I was disposable when he gave me this hit. Take out a chairman? Aoki wasn't expecting me to come out of this alive. All I am to him now is a third-rate hitman. My success or failure hardly matters.
But then, I need you to answer me, Captain. If you didn't kill Arakawa-san, who did?
I don't know for sure, but maybe Lieutenant Nishioda. He's the young master's favorite peon now, since Arakawa-san is dead.
Arakawa-san's death is on Ishioda, then.
Sawashiro, I still can't let you walk away. As much as I'd like to kill you myself, you need to pay for your sins the legit way.
Pay for my sins? The legit way? That's not the way I've led my life.
그거 믿을 만한 정보 맞아? 그렇군. 혹시 또 뭐 나오면 연락해.
What's up?
I found out who gave us the tip about Chairman Hoshino being in danger. It was Sawashiro himself.
What the hell?
Why would he give himself away?
To venture a guess, I don't think Sawashiro actually wanted to kill the chairman.
What?
I believe he was hoping you would stop him, Kasuga-san. But he couldn't say that outright, because it would have been betraying Aoki. So instead, he leaked his plan to kill Chairman Hoshino, and left his fate in your hands.
that means we failed. We didn't stop him.
Shit. You always made such impossible demands of me, Captain. God damn it!